Famous singer Chico Twala gives up on his son accused of theft and linked to the Senzo Meyiwa case.
Taking him to rehab did more than 30 times. I did everything I could.
Nurses, lawyers and doctors behind one of the biggest medical scams in South Africa. And the destruction from a wildfire in the garden route that continues to burn. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
Legendary musician and producer Chico Twala says he would rather see his sons behind bars than on the streets doing drugs. Longwe and Selo Twala were arrested yesterday after their father opened a case of theft against them. Twala is accusing his sons of stealing his recording equipment while he was on a business trip to the United States in July. The equipment is estimated at between 200 and 300,000 rand. Twala believes he was robbed to feed Longwe's alleged drug addiction. Longwe was recently named as one of the men accused of killing Bafana Bafana captain Senzo Meyiwa. Twala says he's lost all hope in his son.
Taking him to rehab did more than 30 times. I did everything I could, like I indicated. Before I left for the US, I sat him down, spoke to him, said, you're under pressure, everyone thinks you did this with Senzo and all that. Prove yourself, here's an opportunity. Here's a studio, new equipment, start working. You're a sound engineer. The man, it went in there, so what must I do?
The sons appeared before the Randburg Magistrates Court this afternoon. The scam of all medical scams, the Special Investigating Unit says medico-legal claims in the public sector have become a scam. Head of the SIU, Andy Motibi, says the extent of loss to the state could exceed 4 billion rand. He's also revealed the web of collusion between unscrupulous lawyers, touts and medical professionals to defraud the state and claimants too.
The SIU has been investigating medico-legal claims across the provinces since the proclamation was issued in 2022. It's revealed how lawyers are defrauding not only the state, but their own clients. Nurses, meanwhile, are stealing medical records to fuel the scheme. SIU head Andy Motibi says some of the children in whose names claims are made still live in dire poverty and appalling conditions.
This is a scam. It fits within the definition of an organized crime, and we are dealing with as such.
Motibi says the State Attorney's Office, through which these claims are processed, is also not in the clear.
The process really requires improvement so that it's monitored appropriately.
51 referrals have been made to the Legal Practice Council and another 45 to the Legal Practice Fidelity Fund. Motibi says he has full confidence these bodies are taking the appropriate action to have these lawyers struck from the roll. Lindsay Dentlinger, Eyewitness News, Parliament.
From appearing before the State Capture Commission to Parliament, former Eskom CEO Brian Molefe made his maiden appearance in a portfolio committee meeting today. That's where he questioned the country's nuclear plans. One of Molefe's first contributions as an MK Party MP was ironically directed at the company he ran for about a year. He ran Eskom between 2015 and 2016 before he resigned from the SOE and later appeared before the State Capture Commission for his links to the Gupta brothers. But Molefe now serves on the Electricity and Energy Committee, met today to receive a briefing from Eskom on its Kubo plans and its nuclear power program.
What is Eskom's program to train nuclear engineers, specifically for deployment at Kubo?
A wildfire in the garden route continues to burn. Crews working overnight successfully managed to secure all accessible areas in the south, southeast and southwest areas that could have posed a threat to infrastructure. The blaze broke out high up in the mountains north of the Bergplaas farm on Sunday evening.
The wildfire at Bergplaas in Calitzdorp is not 100% contained. The colder weather partially prevented the inaccessible fire lines higher up in the mountains from rapidly spreading, but it did not have the desired impact. Active fire lines remain in the northwest and northeast.
SA wants more investment from Chinese companies. President Cyril Ramaphosa has asked for that during the South Africa-China Business Forum in Beijing today. The address comes amid concerns of a wide trade deficit between South Africa and China, which is the country's biggest trade partner globally. South Africa exports about $12 billion worth of goods to China, including minerals and agricultural products. The country imports largely manufactured goods from China, with the value of imports double the exports.
In the last 6 weeks, a number of Chinese companies have increased investments to support their own expansion in the investments that they have made in South Africa. These investment commitments are testament to the resilience of the South African economy and the many opportunities for foreign and domestic investors.
Households that have been struggling to pay rates and taxes to the city of Ekurhuleni can now benefit from an offer from the city. Residents can apply for a 70% debt write-off. This incentive is only available to those whose municipal accounts have been overdue for more than 12 months and whose residential properties are valued at less than 3 million. Properties exceeding this value will receive a write-off on the interest accrued on their debt, but not on the principal amount. The city hopes this will reduce its debtors' book and alleviate household debt in the metro. The offer will be valid until June 2026.
By no means are we entrenching the culture of non-payment within the city. All that we are saying is that let's give a once-off relief, but let's also manage our debtors.
Peter du Preez has won South Africa's third medal at the Paris Paralympic Games, a bronze in the H1 category in paracycling. The South African finished third in the individual time trial in a time of just over 36 seconds. The H1 category in paracycling is for athletes with highly affected movement in the trunk, legs and hands. Super Pete, as he's affectionately known, was nominated for the Laureus World Sports Awards in 2016, has won the Berlin Marathon more than 6 times and is a multiple African and world record holder, a world champion, and he only has 15% of the muscle function of an able-bodied person due to a cycling accident in 2003. And if anyone has seen the historic and enormous brass bell stolen from the Groot Constantia estate yesterday, please try and get it back. We'll see you for more tomorrow.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.